Dorks, Dorkheads, and everyone in between, and welcome to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Dorkheads.
Bah.
Hooray.
Oh, I thought it was gonna have a subtitle, so
Yeah,
you
I was
ended
expecting
it,
the subtitle. What the fuck?
The subtitle is Let's Play Dungeons and Dragons to Forget Real-Life Problems. And for you folks
Historical
at,
events currently unfolding.
and for you
I thought
folks
it was
at
gonna
home,
be, Baja Blast.
and for you folks at
Baja
home,
Blast, please.
don't ask. You don't want to know what it is this time. But
I
what
mean,
you
by the
do-
time this goes up, it's gonna be something else. So
Probably. But that just goes to show you, don't ask, you don't want to know, might be over by now. We can hope. But either way,
Probably.
you know what isn't over? Those amazing deals from our awesome sponsor and longtime friend of the channel, Green Man Gaming. There might actually be a new link down there. I've been getting messages from them. Our tap affiliate links are changing and everything. So there might be a new link down there. Either way, still some great deals on some great games. I was looking at it today, 79% off of Kerbal Space Program. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely pick up a copy. Most people aren't, and I can respect it.
And yet you won't respect people who like Dark Souls.
Hey, there's some great deals on Elden Ring over there too. In fact, for the sake of our continued sponsorship, it's 16% off over there.
oh shit, really?
Yeah. So,
Nice.
like I said, they get you some good deals. But also, do go and check. Why did you at me with this?
Wait,
It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Foundry Virtual Tabletop is fantastic. Once again, don't ask, you don't want to know. Definitely check out Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Their link is down below in the description as well. What else am I forgetting?
Turned himself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Pickle Rick.
No, it's pickle test.
Pickle test.
Whip sounds.
ForgottenAdventures.net. There it is. ForgottenAdventures.net for all of your token needs. They have everything. Steve, just to re-verify the fact that they do have everything, do they have a green magical bird?
The Forgotten Adventures.
what's a bird?
Well, first of all, birds don't exist.
Yes,
Second
they
of
do.
all-
Stop saying that.
No,
Stop lying to these people.
I see green axe bird. Ooh, I see a green axe bird, but it has orange on its head like a parakeet.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that the Earth is round.
Yeah, everyone knows the D is flat.
What's an earth?
Earth.
Spawn more axe beaks.
But since you have that green bird open, I wanted to ask, can we change Sandra's bird color to green?
Why?
Blue doesn't make a lot of sense, plus green is the color of her eyes.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyway, with that new development, I don't have much else to go over, at least not right away. There are some things that I will have to go over later in this episode, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So for now, we're gonna pass things over to your boy Steve over here, who's gonna say a couple things, do a dance, and you're not gonna be able to see that dance, but trust me, it's a very good dance.
Let's
Yes,
learn
yeah.
how to fucking die.
I certainly am a good dancer. Anyway. So, once again, thank you for returning, both viewer and player alike.
Whoa.
This episode's going to be a little bit different, slightly different format as we are preparing for the upcoming war. A lot of planning, a lot of mischievous deeds preparing to be done as the Geneva Convention has yet to exist, but soon.
The Geneva Convention is more like the Geneva Suggestion.
It's not a
Until we did it.
And I suggest you follow the rule.
So, I really don't have much to say, so we can go ahead and kick right into it.
Okay.
So I will drop everyone onto the war map now.
You have to do
Oh.
the intro.
Do not
The
own any
recap.
token with vision in this scene.
We didn't do the recap.
Well, while I'm fixing the scene, you can do the recap.
All right, so where we left off,
The
found themselves in a seat in a new position of power, where we're immediately thrown into a war against the fascist city-state of Urkror. And so
don't even know if this
we had a
happened.
circus, and then we decided to start training the troops, which we somehow have. Orvid had a little bit of a tussle with them to prove himself. Two of our party members finally got their summoning components. It's only been 22 sessions for that, for Sandra to finally get that acorn. And Zach, I didn't even know Zach was going after a summoning spell until he handed that skull in. And seeing as how that episode hasn't even aired yet, so yeah, it's been a while. And then Zach and frickin' Nicholas over there, with our good friend Yevis, got the name right, decided that they were gonna start a diplomatic incident, which is the one thing Sandra told them not to do. There will be words later.
Words with who?
Words with Zach.
Okay, that's fair.
And they ended up starting a diplomatic incident with, where is my map? With Orzer. So they might hate us now, and they might not. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be up to them to smooth things over. Sandra ran off to do her thing, which we will definitely be getting to during this session. But somehow after that, after all that shit happened, 2 weeks of planning have taken place. Somehow, in the span of, I want to say 5 minutes of actual in-game time. And that's where we left off.
Hey, look, a Discord update.
nice.
I'm sorry, I don't have one. I already spent mine.
It's this button right here. Mute.
Oh. Sheesh.
Wait, is he actually updating Discord?
I don't know why is he here all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, it's just such an appetizing button to press. It's like
Yeah.
a failed wisdom save.
Oh, that's what that button does. Okay.
So,
Where's the-
I have deposited a majority of the party onto the war map,
Okay.
and
I don't see my token.
So, I did mention that I would have to go over some stuff later in
have
the
a
session,
token.
and this is it. This map is brought to you by Incarnate. This was actually a collaborative effort between me and Steve. I did the basic sort of layout and everything. He put in the trade routes and all the important information.
you basically did the tedious bit of
Yes.
recreating the world map here, which I do appreciate. That was the thing I was looking forward to the least.
Yes.
But I straight up, if you zoom in, a lot of the roads are actually named. Like the hill walk here, that's the southern hill walk, western hill walk, and northern hill walk. The Chalice that's Chala's path. Chala's halfway house is there, which technically you don't know the name of, but you know, good old boar breed farms.
It's locally
and-
famous.
Yep.
Man, missed opportunity to put the boardwalk right next to the water.
Boo!
I hope they actually take care of boars. Wait, is that where we get our pigs from?
Yeah, where do you think you got the boars? The boar breed farms are like right next to Boudverda.
Nice.
But yes, Steve did all the signage and all the roads here. Did a great job on it.
I appreciate that.
We're all very proud of Steve.
Yeah, so yeah, most of the important places are kind of mapped out. There's the Midwest Forest, Madcon, etc. As you get more information, I will be filling out the map a bit more. So to kind of just, I'm just gonna casually drop. Let's drop Zach. Zach is going to be the main party because he is the chieftain of the
I
town.
call it the Flannery.
You know we have a
Mm.
party token, right?
Yeah, except it's an outdated party token. We need
You haven't
to-
updated the party token.
I'll get it done soon.
Isn't that one simple, like just getting all the PNGs, just putting them over each other and
I
then you
just,
go?
I can never find the time to do it.
My god, you played RuneScape. Anyway.
So, yeah, that is going to be the party token until it is updated. When we are ready, I can go ahead and I think, yes, I do have a additional map out that we will be when it comes time to, after we get the important roleplay out of the way. I did make a side map that does have
Can't see it.
fuck, I forgot to turn that token. Token vision starts default on, and I forgot to turn it off. For
Yeah, I've been
every
having that. Like, I keep forgetting. Like, I appreciate how it's like all these different features,
There
but
we
sometimes I just
go.
forget, and it's like,
So, desert map, I highlighted your units in blue, and they're your units in red.
oh my god, war riders.
Yep, you got your boar riders. So the essentially, as you guys go through and make your unit, request specific things, you will get you'll be getting the various units made, and whomever wishes to control one or the other, so such as since Orvid has spoken to the City Watch, Orvid could feasibly control said City Watch unit, which I think you should be able to just double click on the unit and I'm gonna, yeah, I haven't set any of the permissions, but I'm just gonna, for the sake of example, set everyone to be owned by everyone, and you should just be able to double click on it and it'll actually pull up the
Stats.
it pulls up stats. It shows you essentially everything, and there's a lot of tweaking that I need to do because Kingdoms and Warfare kind of didn't include a lot. So yeah, but you can see kind of the general gist of everything. I actually have implemented the rule sets with the unit typing and unit traits. So if you actually click on the unit trait, it will actually show you what the unit is, like the trait is on that character sheet. So it'll be really easy. I can literally just fucking copy and paste from the book, and anything that you need, things that you
nice.
want to work on, we can adjust the tokens accordingly. One thing that I will mention, Zach, you do immediately have access to your personal guard, which your personal guard is hang on. I need to. It's Torin and Raijal, if I do recall.
Yeah.
Torin, Raijal, and just some other of the others of the Capital Guard, more or less. But you more or less can. I think because you guys requested the Boar Riders, that's why I shoved them onto the map. So right now, all of these units, the only unit that is proficient with anything is the City Watch, because they are actually veteran fighters. They've gotten to a lot of scraps before. They are the City Watch. So I gave them to you as a tier 2 unit. I think this is the Orc Infantry Unit 1, and there's also going to be an Orc Levy that I did not finish setting up that character sheet, so they are not on the page, because they are... I think that was the one that I was trying to find like the baseline for everything, and found out that a lot of the stats just aren't given in the book.
Yeah.
It was kind of a do your own thing. And so I'm needing to do my own thing and make the system for myself. So at least it gave me the rundown of what I might need. But yeah, when it comes down time to actually do a little skirmish, we got the pieces already here, and it'll just be internal soldiers having a good old scrap with each other. And you can choose if you want to command the units personally, which they get specific boosts for that, or if you wanted to, have a sub-in commander. The City Watch does have Bentil, the bugbear, leading it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Orvid wants to step in after earning their respect, then Orvid can take over for the City Watch. But right now, the commander of Bentil is more or less their usual commander. They have some pretty good stats, and it is this is what I have been working on for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I certainly still have more to do, but yeah, with that, I've more or less explained everything. Have I toggled navigation for... You guys are able to jump back into the war map, right? Or is that...
No, I don't see the navigation for the war map. I see the world map, though.
Hang
on.
Reconfigure the permissions on that.
Give me a second. War map.
Yeah, just...
Toggle navigation? I think that's it. Did it show up for you?
No.
Rip.
I'm gonna pause this while you figure it out.
Okay.
And there's the map.
Wow, that was such an easy transition. It's literally just a button that I overlooked, so I apologize.
It's fine.
So, with that, if I do recall where we left off, everyone was more or less a bit scattered through town.
Yep.
The Orchid Chieftain, hang on, pulling up the exact location on my notes. Thrasir or Zurus, she had come in with her magic carriage and the Azir Guard, and said some words and got irritated by a specific clown and then left.
Yes, we
Yep.
went over that in the recap.
Yes, and if I do recall, we didn't get terribly much further than that.
No, that was where we ended.
So, continuing where we left off, Zach, I think you are standing a bit slackshod in the main lobby of your Capitol building.
Yeah, just a little bit, Yeah, we'll have to get some kind of gift set up for her at some point, Nick. Jeez. We could fix this. Preparations. Should get down to jotting down ideas for the war efforts then. What are you doing again, Nick? You're just transcribing books, or?
I was transcribing books.
Okay, well, what if instead of transcribing books, you start transcribing your knowledge of warfare? Surely you must have read something, right? And in your days of perusing lore as a cloistered scholar,
I guess I could do a history check to see what I know.
just come together with me into the war room. We'll just like bounce ideas and see what we can get jotted down. Because I think we said we're outnumbered 10-1 here, right?
Oh,
Zach just stares at the shaman.
He kind of gives the around that hand wave of just kind of rotating their hand. Yes, the odds are not looking good.
Yep, tactics and defenses then.
oh, hold on. I'll see what I can recall. This would be a history check, right, Steve?
Yes. What are you trying to ascertain?
Just basic like warfare knowledge and whatnot to see what
Just
I
to
can
help
gather.
write down things to pursue.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently it's average.
yeah.
Well, you know some stuff, just not much about it.
By the way, B, your mic is picking up your breathing.
Let me try to adjust that.
It's
Thank
the
you.
winds of the Boudreaux Plains.
Yeah,
Particularly windy day.
Yeah,
strange how that is. So
Typically in the
nah.
war room, which is usually indoors.
yeah.
The
windows
windows are
open,
wide
so-
open.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice day outside.
Beautiful day.
Very
You know.
I mean,
blustery.
there's no air conditioning as far as I know, so I guess they have to take what they can get.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, with that roll, you've read war books, but
You just kind of horribly.
Yeah, that was you just completely cut out.
Yeah,
I mean, I
got
kind of just stopped talking. I
Okay,
apologize.
he's
Oh.
read war books.
Yeah, you've covered wars, you know.
Maybe you could find something else in the library too.
I guess that would help too. So I'll see
Yeah,
what
just
I can get from the
compile
library.
something to assist with that while I try to set up the fledgling warlock babbies.
Mhm.
And then we'll review, and then we'll see how what the angry goat has to say about the previous fiasco.
Weirdly, that's not the worst thing you could call Sandra.
Angry goat.
I guess the worst thing you could call her is undescribed mammal.
That is particularly weird. I'm really hoping Orbit's having a better
He's
job
wrong
at
again,
this
but
right
it's
now.
on the race page.
All right. Well, you get to
Here's mammals.
recalling everything you can about warfare. I am going to.
I'll just search up the books
Honk.
what I can find off on it. Sorry, I guess I just forgot to read a bit more on warfare.
Maybe
see
we
what I
have
can
books on
find.
that here. Maybe there's like military
I would expect
journals
there's some
through here.
military
We have
terms.
yeah, just. I write for fun. I don't write boring stuff. You do the reading of boring stuff. You do the work. Do it. Bye.
Okay then. I guess I'll spend my time just figuring out what I know about wars via books and whatnot that are currently
Contribute.
about.
Sun Tzu's Art of War.
Get
the nerd to do it.
Here.
So, there. So where do you begin your searching for? You said you're looking for books.
Yeah, books are really anything about fighting wars.
So,
The first part is the fact I don't know Orcish.
Yeah, I was
so-
about to say, do you speak can you read Orcish? If the answer is no, most of the war tales are in
Lost to
Orcish.
me.
So,
Okay.
I mean, you can attempt to translate them, but it would take a long time. Or you could have the shaman read them to you, but that would make him essentially lose the opportunity to do anything else for the day.
Okay.
Not knowing Orcish is kind of rough when you're in the middle of the Orclands.
Yeah, especially during a war. Or knowing Orcish would really help right now. Trying to think what else I could do to help. Because obviously I'm not figuring out those books anytime soon unless I want to take forever to the point where it isn't helpful anymore.
Check what we discussed previously.
Wait, hold on. I may have something. Well, that would not work here, because I don't think I can just translate just words on the fly via spell, as far as I know of.
I mean, if you have comprehend languages.
Probably way past my level.
Folks, we've entered the most difficult part of a Dungeons & Dragons game, when a character has nothing to do.
I mean, characters have a lot of things to do.
Our boy Nicholas here, he's clearly struggling.
Yeah, I don't really.
I mean, you could collaborate with other educated folk.
Yeah, Gally might have a lead to do. There.
It's probably true. Then I'll go help Gally if she needs help.
Ask her about war stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm still involved with the troops at the moment, so you'll have to ask her yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to seek out Gally, she's still sitting in the requisitioned lounge area that has become the war room. She's currently going through some books herself, and you can see that she has quite the collection.
Guess I'll ask her about if she knows anything about war. And, well, the fact that I can't read Orcish, and ask if she knows how to read Orcish.
Well, and if I know anything about wars, not necessarily, but I mean, I've read a lot of books. If you need assistance with reading books, then she flips through her spell list and one moment. Well, depending on how much depending on if you have any additional parchment or anything, I might be able to make you a scroll of comprehend languages. That might work, but it only lasts for about an hour.
I have to get a sheet of paper. I'll have to try and find scroll supplies.
I mean, I'm not sure your particular talents, but you're a cleric, are you not?
Yes.
Shouldn't you probably go teach some people about healing or something?
Sure, why not? Probably
Sure.
the best thing I could do right now.
Dude, that's literally very helpful.
I'm sure that that Orvid could probably use some assistance. If I do recall, he went to the Eastern Gate.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't really keep track of him.
So I guess I go find Orvid then.
Alright, so as you go ahead and leave and begin making your way towards the eastern gate, you do see you do see actually leaving the building and going a bit throughout town, Dothric. He seems to be on a mission for doing something, but you make your way on over towards the eastern exit of town, where you can see a number of orcs are gathered around, practicing fighting in formation, and you can see Orvid standing there, likely speaking to the bugbear captain.
I was gonna ask.
The bugbear captain stops the conversation with Orvid and turns and just looks at you.
Oh, I was gonna try and help the troops learn healing and whatnot.
Right?
Aye, that would be helpful.
Well, they certainly don't have much at their disposal right now, so anything you want to do probably is going to help them out.
Okay, so I guess I teach the infantry about how to heal.
So yeah, you go ahead and spend the better part of your day teaching just some basic first aid, as you kind of go over piece by piece, things to do, things not to do. Don't immediately rip out a fucking arrow that went into your side. That is not a good thing to do. And can you go ahead and I'll say make a medicine check and a persuasion check.
A medicine check.
Yes.
I'm a +6 in medicine.
I
Okay.
was about to say, it's probably high.
Nice.
Oh, you've gotta be kidding! No.
Oh no.
So
How'd the persuasion go, though?
I am not. I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try.
So, as you attempt to teach them anything about medicine and healing, they just kind of look at you blankly, and the Bentil turns towards Orvid and just goes, "So, how long before he realizes that they don't speak common?"
Honestly, I didn't think about that one myself before I gave my speech.
Yeah, you both have been pretty helpful.
Well, hey, we're trying, ain't that the
Well,
point of it?
You certainly
Okay,
can
then.
try to win the war, but we'll see where that gets you.
Nicholas, you know any other languages?
I know a bunch. Unfortunately, I do not know Orcish.
Well, hey, this has been a pain.
Yeah. Trying to think what they would even have that I know.
Well-
the only thing I could think of that they may possibly have is Primordial. Otherwise, there are Elvish languages. So
I have
they
to
would-
say, give them a presentation. Words speak multitudes.
actions speak louder than words and whatnot. Like,
Aye.
Okay,
Actions louder than words.
I guess that's the best way I can do this. Do I have to do another spell about healing again? Another freaking roll about healing.
Give a
so-
presentation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you go ahead and make a another persuasion check? Well, the persuasion check that you were supposed to make earlier, I guess.
Can you make a PowerPoint check?
Well, I want to know that any of the interactions down at the barracks have been nat 1.
Oh boy, my persuasion is absolute 0.
Nice.
I don't have high hopes.
Okay, that's-
Well, Actually, hang on. It because you're trying to show, not tell. I guess that would be a performance check. Do you have anything in performance?
0.
Okay,
Wait,
so
performance? No, 0. I have no charisma.
I don't know
so-
if your medicine, your proficiency bonus would apply here. Really, I'm trying to think of.
I don't even know if I'm proficient in medicine.
I mean, regardless of whatever we would add, four
it
isn't
wouldn't do
gonna be
anything. Yeah.
cutting it.
Really, we're doing a real good job over here. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
how the scouting division gets their instruction.
I have a to-do list.
Right.
See how low it goes.
So, Orvid, while Nicholas is attempting to teach healing, and you can see essentially all they're doing is taking bundles of bandages and just wrapping themselves up so that, you know, they're more or less mummifying the wound. It you know, you're probably going to use a lot of layouts, but was there anything that you wanted to do with teaching?
So yeah, you could have given me assistance so we could have an advantage roll.
I mean, he's not exactly proficient, but yeah, advantage I suppose would have been worth a shot. But
Wait, I have a blessing
you know.
spell. Crap.
I
I think that only works on saving rolls though. So just...
honestly, it's going to take a day or two to really whip people into shape. At the very least.
Especially with how well I'm doing right now.
I will. This is going
Who
to be
knew
a
trying to teach
process.
the healing is hard?
I wouldn't
Oh.
expect them to take on an oath. Took me years to see any powers before I took my oath. So I don't expect that I can teach them lay on hands.
That's true.
But yeah, I essentially don't have anything in particular aside from, you know, the general training routine that I'm putting them through without a common language.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
We ought to get a translator down here.
Actually, I
Might.
think I remember seeing a. I don't know if I have this or not yet. I do. I have tongues.
Oh
Tongue.
fuck! All right.
Try it again.
Think the I forget what it is that Nicholas worships.
Mystery of the.
Think the Mystria.
We are 38 and a half minutes in, guys. We just figured out the
Yay.
language barrier.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so
Did it.
with using tongues, we're basically letting them try again.
I guess yeah, it would be me trying again, trying to teach them.
Sure, I'll let you go ahead and.
At least they can actually understand this time.
You have the components for tongues, right?
Oh.
Component.
He doesn't have components. It doesn't have it.
Well,
something
then
listed.
Do you
the
have a
answer is
focus?
a small clay model of a ziggurat.
Oh.
Component pouch.
Do you have a focus?
I think Steve said I had one, so I'd assume I have it.
I mean, yeah, if you have your spell focus. Even then, you kind of like look down at the soil and find a patch that is, you know, clay enough, and you just like kind of build a tiny ziggurat, cast your spell, and you then suddenly are you just see the orcs. They're like half wrapped in bandages, and one of them, they go from speaking a language you don't understand to suddenly, I I mean, I guess this should stop bleeding, but I don't really. You picking up any of this? And the other orc just shakes their head and rolls
Okay,
their eyes.
I'm gonna retry this again.
Okay,
You
that's
gotta be
better.
kidding
Slightly
me!
That
better.
is better. It is better. It is better. You did it.
Congratulations, you rolled a 3.
It's just gonna take a bit longer than
Oh
than
my
than,
God.
than Nicholas thought it was gonna take.
We're
Yeah.
getting over the language barrier.
Why is Nicholas
Hooray!
rolling so bad?
Listen. Nick is trying his best. As the orcs, they don't have any medical training at all. That's not helping
So-
either.
I will say, Nicholas, you can succeed at a cost. How many 3rd level spell slots do you have?
I have, after I use tongues, 1. No, wait, no, I have 3. 2.
Okay, so the cost of the success is going to be you have to use all of your 3rd level spell slots for today. It's going to take a while for them to actually pick up on it. But if you're fine with burning all of your 3rd level spell slots today, then you can go ahead and consider at least a mild success with teaching.
And I'll take it.
Like having to explain the board game rules for the 6th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take those.
We take those. It's a win. It's a win.
It's we did it.
We did it.
Congratulations. Is there anything else either of you two wanted to do before we swap over?
Yeah, we can. I believe I've done what I like. Thanks for the assistance, Nicholas.
You're welcome. Sorry, I kind of just forgot I had that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Right. With that, we will swap over to the other group. Between Sandra and Zach, I'm assuming you're going to be splitting your separate ways and doing separate
Sandra split
tasks.
a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, Zach's just collecting all the
Like-
warlocks to be and taking them to his room.
Sandra said, "Don't start a diplomatic incident," and then went off.
Yeah, I think she's like went to the hunting grounds or whatever. Where did you go?
That's
First
where you kick
stop
the goblins.
is my first stop is
Oh,
the
that's right.
courier. Actually,
The courier.
the courier.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna continue with Sandra. So you head to the courier.
Right. I need a message delivered.
As you walk in, you see a mildly tall, half goblin, half orc. That they're sitting behind the desk, round spectacles on their face, and they kind of turn towards you. Eh?
I have a message I need delivered to Chaldril. It's a matter of urgency.
They blink at you a few times, and you can see that like the gears are turning in their head. They seem to mostly know common, and they nod and kind of just hold out their hand for the message.
Okay, I'm trying to remember my very, very rudimentary goblin from when I went through the Goblin Kingdom. Message. Important. Need there fast.
They just continue nodding and just continue holding out their hand for the message.
Oh, fuck, there's typos in this. Hang on.
I don't think the goblin is going to critique your penmanship.
Well, no, it's Notepad didn't give me any fucking spelling corrections.
Well,
Anyway, I hand over the note. It's addressed to, well, I'm not gonna say that part out loud, actually.
Okay. So, you they take a they don't even take a look at the letter. They take the letter and uh the they just ask after you say a handful of words in Goblin, they you're able to more or less pick up what they are saying, and they just using very simple terms just ask where to.
Chaldril.
Where in Taldril?
I say where.
So the okay, yeah.
I
the-
say it
the
like that
intruder-
because I don't want the party to know where this is going.
Okay.
This would be.
So-
Can we make them leave the table?
I mean, we I don't think we need to.
Okay.
But they nod and just go, 5 copper.
I give him 5 gold.
Just
Their eyes kind of go wide, and they just like nod. And,
I needed there yesterday.
They turn and whistle, and coming from the back, you see another half goblin, half orc, but this one more taken to the goblin side. They just look like a short but super muscular goblin, and they scamper on out on all fours and look at the postmaster. They exchange a few words in goblin that you're able to more or less pick up the get this to location and you know, go fast, take a hog if you need. And they nod, take the letter, and then just like sprint out the back of the door.
I was gonna say, he fucking bolts over the counter and sprints out the door.
So, with that, letter has been sent.
Alright, second stop is... wait, I could actually give you the name of it. The Tuskrow Trade Co.
All right, so you're heading to the Tuskrow Trade Company.
Yes, pick up a few things.
Excellent. So, as you make your way to the Tuskrow Trade Company, opening the door and stepping inside the familiar interior, you see you did manage to catch their name during the festivities. Brian, the half-orc. They turn and kind of give you their tusked smile. How can I assist you?
Hey, Brian. I need the items on this list, and this I don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
I
Take,
understand you probably don't have all these things.
well, having a look here. We don't sell poison.
Okay.
We don't sell birds.
Okay.
Sending stones, nope.
Okay. Kind of figured.
Yeah, I can get you. How much blue paint you need?
About a bucket's worth.
Yeah. Best we can do is a vial.
That's fine,
Wait,
I
Steve,
guess.
I thought they didn't know what a bird is.
I guess
well, they don't have it.
you throw a great big brush in there as well.
Yeah, can do. Quivers of training arrows, yeah, easy enough. Spyglass, yes. A bit pricey, but
How much?
I'd say probably for this lot, 50 gold.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and give him 5 platinum.
He kind of, as you're counting those out, he quickly grabs. You can see it's a larger inkwell of blue paint. The quivers with blunted arrows. The spyglass, a map and then a fairly nice, like small chest that all of that is able to be stored within.
Nice. All right.
Do appreciate the business. Anything else?
That will be it. I am in a hurry.
All right. Well, thanks for shopping. See you soon.
Okay, and finally, let's go meet the boys.
All right. Where you
The
heading?
boys.
The boys!
Where in town are you heading?
The...
The archery grounds.
Okay, they said the barracks, right?
Yes.
That's where I'm getting the scouts. All right, we're going to the barracks. The boys.
All right. So you head to essentially the place that Orvin and Nicholas are. The most of the soldiers in general are there, and you can see like a handful of bows and crossbows around, and some people that you might peg for archers, but right now there's like a good third of them wrapped up with a ungodly amount of bandages. Some orcs that are just like punching each other and hitting each other with sticks, and in kind of a line formation. It's not a good sight. Like this is definitely like, if you had a high school gym teacher trying to corral students into doing military drills. It's not going well.
Goddess Cassandra, help us all. Where are the scouts?
Who are you asking that?
Orvid,
Oi.
you've been here a couple hours. Where are the scouts?
Well, it would be generous to call any of these scouts, but I'm sure we could round a couple up.
What was the guard captain's name again?
The guard captain turns and looks at you. Bentel.
Bentel. Scouts. Do you know where they are?
He turns, puts fingers to his lips, and lets out a shrill whistle. And then just starts shouting names. And a variety of goblinoids, hobgoblins, and even an orc or two kind of make their way over. And some of them have like mini crossbows, a decent amount of daggers, and not as muscular but very lean frames. Probably are used to walking around town and doing rotational watches.
Okay. How many of you speak common? Show of hands.
I want to say like 3 of 7.
Oh, yeah, no luck with that, huh?
And they're not like a confident hand raise. It's like one of them is kind of like, doing the like sorta hand wave.
Which one looks the most competent about it?
Probably the hobgoblin, who is fairly lanky.
I point at him. All right, you're gonna translate for me.
They kind of looked at everyone else and then looked back to you and okay.
All right, gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie to you. This sucks. Our odds of winning are very slim, and I'll be honest, I don't believe in that clownery bullshit. So, here's what's gonna happen. I am going to whip your wrinkly asses into shape.
So, Nicholas, can you make a perception check for me?
Why him?
I mean, I'm the only one that has tongue currently up, so...
I would like to kind of make an insight on this situation.
Oh, I have a +6 in perception.
Just You just
Although
kind of
you
knowing
are-
my other
you
rules,
You
it's
have
gonna be a
activated
very low
Drill
number.
Sergeant Sandra.
Hey, maybe you'll
Really? That's the 19?
Oh, now he rolls well.
look. You had to use up your bad rolls early, okay?
Classic.
Nice.
Classic.
Oh, there's the
The
one.
curse has
I'm
gone
not-
to Orvid.
I'm not allowed to roll well in the barracks. That is law.
So, Orvid, you like kind of look between them, and then you see some of the soldiers are starting to like suplex each other, and just like this big fight breaks out, and people
I
are
got a bolt
throwing
over
hands.
there, just like I break it off.
Yeah, you are immediately distracted. Nicholas, you are relatively close to this situation that's going down, and with your keen elven hearing, you hear this goblin, this hobgoblin, be like, "All right, we're fucked. Apparently she doesn't believe in us, and all right, I think she's just outright insulting us." So, right. Everyone just smile and nod. Look, invigorated. And, you know, Sandra, you feel like you're getting across to them. They're,
What
you know,
language is
they're
he
nodding.
speaking?
They are speaking Orcish.
Have I picked up enough Orcish to get a general idea of what he's saying?
No.
Fuck.
You have taken an Orcish lesson. You
Yeah.
don't know the alphabet yet.
Fuck. Okay.
And he's kind of like
Smile
bullshitting
away.
it, so you know, it's not very obvious that he's being as blunt with everyone else with his translations. You have the feeling that like he is giving it a good attempt because of his demeanor, more or less. Like they're really trying with the translation, but that language barrier is really rough. And you know, he's kind of curling his eyebrows every once in a while, trying to find the best word for it. And sure enough, you know, they're trying, but yeah, Nicholas, you know it's not going well.
Right, can I finish my
Mix-
speech now?
Yeah, go for it.
I wasn't actually done.
Yeah, because speeches go well in the barracks.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, gentlemen. It's not looking great. However, it's not too late to turn it around. If we could establish a somewhat decent, somewhat competent intelligence network, we might be able to turn this around. Intelligence wins wars, gentlemen. It's something you learn out in the wild, out hunting. Let's just say you learn more than just how to shoot a lot of bears at the Shurthor hunting lodge, but that's besides the point. Either way, training begins now, and I put down the box, pull out the paint. Is there a nearby wall?
Oh yeah, you're at the city wall.
Okay.
Actually, I think Sandra's literally facing the wall.
I pull out the brush, the paint, and I put 3 big S's on the wall.
Oh god, defiling my barracks?
Bentel is not enthused when you do that.
As of this moment, you are all parts of Sandra's strategic services. Training begins immediately.
I wonder what they understood.
The Nicholas, once again, you overhearing this, they for the most part are like trying, and when you start painting on the wall, like you do hear him say, training starts now? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. But Okay, this is going to be interesting, everyone.
How many of you can hold a bow? Show of hands.
Nicholas, you hear them say, they're asking if we can use a bow. Everyone just raise your hand. And everyone raises their hand.
Crossbows.
Their hands stay raised.
All right. This might go better than I thought. And then we're gonna cut to the training montage.
You're gonna need a montage. So,
This is going wonderfully.
so
This is
It's going better than you!
Yeah.
for so
Actions
Sandra,
over
Oh, yes,
words.
you made your entire scouts very mentally depressed after you straight up insulted their way of thinking.
so
Wow, what a courageous young lady Sandra is.
so Sandra, can you go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage?
With
just due to
disadvantage. Okay, yeah.
language barrier.
Language barrier.
Also, the
insulting them.
hobgoblin is a bit of a dick.
Let's fucking go.
All right, here's the first one. That's probably what it's gonna be, unless I roll lower.
Nice. Do you
Nice.
not have a
Alright.
bonus
A
persuasion?
whopping one number.
No, I don't
lower.
have any pluses.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't think we're allowed to get above 10 in the barracks.
Yeah,
Besides
that's
the one persuasion check that I had, not persuasion, perception check.
You
so,
know, I'm too busy breaking up a suplexing fest.
you end up having to suplex one or two of them to get them to
Yeah.
stop. But if
Show
Dothric
me
was
the
here,
proper form. Oh,
yeah.
Dothric's finally here.
No, he's not here. If Dothric was here,
Oh,
then
if you were
certainly-
here, we could.
certainly it'd be easy.
It's a miracle
yeah,
that
yeah.
Dothric is awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
off to do his own thing, I didn't know what. Oh.
Just a busy boy.
So, with like language barrier aside, they more or less like they can shoot bows. That you quickly come to find that they aren't really. Some of them aren't the best shot, but all of them know how to load a crossbow. All of them know how to at least aim at the right target. And some of them like start throwing daggers, and you know it's fairly spot on with the targets that they have. Some of them manage to headshot a couple of times. Some of them manage to fucking whiff it, even though it's a stationary target about 10 meters away.
Right, I kind of
But-
help the guys that are struggling a little.
Yeah, you attempt to give them pointers the best you can, and your translator, you feel that they're doing a fairly decent job. They do actually improve in quality. Regardless of the difficulties all of you are having, they are starting to learn. So,
Right, well, this is just day one of training, so.
yes. So
The
I'm assuming
basics.
you're getting the general overview. You're getting the general overview of like what their skills are, and you know who's competent, getting to know them a little bit, and all of you are finding that oh fuck, this is harder than you thought it would. Now, with that, let's swap over to Zach.
Zack attack.
All right. So in the meantime, Zach's just been calling forth all those who got vibes from the Honk Mother during the festivities. Those who definitely drank the wicked elixir and like kind of feeling it, just to come over to the freaking main hall building just to join Zach at his promptu shrine. With what leftover clan memorabilia was able to be wrangled up from the carnival. Come forth and assemble for deeper indoctrination, as it were.
So you do see actually there is a different clown that is actually there, one of the entertainers from the carnival was still in town, Yevis is not present. And you have a handful of goblin, half-goblin, hobgoblin, an orc or two, and so some of them still actually like have the face paint. One of them has the face paint like smeared as if they were trying to wash it off, and it just didn't work.
Put on doesn't come off so easily, does it?
Mm-hmm. They just kind of nod. So you have your gathering. What would you like to do?
Well, if there was no incense, just attempt to like... It's a mildly... whatever sweet candles are available, just light them at the shrine. And just begin welcoming them.
I'll say you probably had like a table and a bunch of chairs prepared, so you light the candles at the shrine of the Honk Mother, and all of them kind of like have their seats, kind of unsure what's going on, but as you begin lighting said candles, the room begins to unnaturally dim, and you see like a little bit of concern yet interest appear on a lot of their faces, but certainly this is something fascinating, something that they certainly have not been able to participate in, and you have their attention. The other member of the clownish cult is also there with you, and they more or less allow you to lead this endeavor.
Prospective Honk brothers, Honk sisters, mirthful young siblings to the carnival. Welcome to a route not many have the fortune or opportunity to pursue. After all, the Dark Carnival is a pathway to many feats some consider to be hilarious, awe-inspiring, tantalizing. Come closer and join us in some meditative honking. And with that, Zach just starts to begin the droning. Oh.
You begin the droning honk, and the other clown joins in, and everyone just kind of is a bit unsure. A couple of them, do join in, and you hear a of like one of the goblins still has a horn from the carnival.
Just give him a thumbs up in the corner of my eye.
They smile and nod, and you notice that this is actually the goblin assistant that's been helping around the Capitol building, and the one that put the pie contraption in Sandra's room.
Wonderful, perfect. I knew there was the spark that I needed for this. Best building materials. With that, just begin trying to reach out, see if we can get them to feel the honk essence, as it were.
So I'm going to have you make a I'll say a caster check. Your charisma and proficiency bonus. Just go ahead and roll to see how connected you are with the Honk Mother time.
Advantage or normal?
I'll say normal for now, but don't think the DC is terribly intense with the speeches that you've been giving, the preparations that you have made.
The sheer clownery committed.
Oh boy.
Good, appropriate.
So, damn, son, you did roll a 19. So, with that, as the droning honk continues on, the room grows ever more dim, and without realizing it, you find that the columns of the interior, the reinforcement pillars holding up the ceiling of this house, they slim down and more resemble the elongated platform that Yevis did the tightrope walk across the top of. You notice the walls of the room disappearing and are replaced with the fabric of the circus tent. And you feel the overwhelming watch of the Honk Mother's presence. And you just hear a resounding "Huh," as clownish music so slowly, silently builds up so that it is louder and louder. Not too loud, but it's definitely there. Some of them are, the participants are a bit uncertain. Some of them are a bit more giddy. The goblin with the horn just honks it again. And the honk that they release from their horn reverberates. And you can just sense the mirthful essence of the Honk Mother beginning to spread throughout the room. And as everyone is turning and looking towards the Honk Mother as she emerges from the darkness, you see upon your altar bottles of the brew. The wicked elixir.
Hand them out reverently. For the wicked elixir is a very rare thing to be given. Especially at the start.
As you hand them out, you notice that there are 2 extra. You'd assume one for you and one for the other clown who is there with you.
Just hand it over to them. A little toss.
They catch it and immediately crack it open, but wait for your command to drink.
Just once everyone seems to have gotten one in hand, motion towards just opening it, drinking, and reveling in the spectacle that is the circus,
As
the true
you
carnival.
as you make the cheer and everyone begins to partake, the energy in the room begins to vibrate. And the carnival music gets louder. And you see the face paint that was smeared on one of them begins to correct itself. And the paint becomes more clear on everyone's face. And you see a couple of them as they open their eyes after taking the drink. A purple flash runs across it.
Honk.
A couple of nervous words are exchanged, and the goblin that is holding the horn lets out another honk, and you see whoosh, an eldritch bolt burst from the front of the horn, shooting up into the air and dissipating.
Honk.
They some of them begin looking between each other, and one of them just holds their hand and gives it a peculiar look, and for a moment it's empty, like they're trying to manifest something, but nothing's happening. And they just continuously intently look at their hand, and suddenly the eldritch flame appears. And they look excited to the friend next to them, and then shoot that bolt into the air as well. And you can see the magical spark, the mirthful, enchanted fun that comes with being a clown, begin to spread across the lot of them. And sure enough, all of them who have presented and consumed the wicked elixir with you, they all, one by one, begin showing some magical talents as they have joined the Dark Carnival and are now followers of the Honk Mother. The other clown walks over towards you and, giving a cheer with the rest of their elixir in hand, they proceed to down the rest of it and say, more followers. It's always nice to see the circus grow.
Beautiful to spread the mirth. More smiles. Oh.
You're doing great, fellow Honk brother.
Lot to make up for with that.
This one had heard stories, but continue walking the comedic path. Only
Never
great
watched.
stories will come.
Ever watching my step on the tightrope.
Keep the story interesting. That one is for sure. If you need any more assistance, just call. The circus will come to town. And they take some steps backwards past the altar and disappear into the shadow. The lights flicker and then extinguish. And slowly, the music fades, and the torchlight returns to the Capitol building. You hadn't noticed that the torches had disappeared as well until finally they return. And all of them sitting in that room, most of them standing at this point, a bit excited with their ability. You can see that they continue to mess around a bit. One of them summons the armor of Agathis on themselves, but a variety of cantrips are thrown out and a number of eldritch bolts shot, but you can see quickly they are expending their resources and beginning to tire from the magical tax upon their bodies. Certainly the children have a new toy that they're excited to play with and are tuckering themselves out real.
Well, I suppose it's about due time for a nap. And then maybe some actual lessons on how to keep the party going, as it were. Lesson 1, nap time is fun. Nap time is your water.
You teach
Nap
them
time is mandatory.
You teach them the magic of short rests and taking mandatory naps.
Woo.
And with that, we will say that time passes. And with that, everyone slowly begins making their way back to the Capitol building. And eventually back to their rooms. Dinner is prepared for you, and if any of you wish to partake, certainly it is served and ready.
Yeah, I'll have
Yeah, why
dinner.
not?
So, as everyone comes in and shares a seat at the table. Food is prepared as per normal, and there is the fine variety of orcish cuisine and sweets prepared. The shaman, Gally, and Dothric are present.
We'll tell you what, this communication barrier is being quite the problem. We ought to get a proper translator. What to?
Yeah, I've been trying to think of ideas on that. I mean, my guy's okay, but he's no miracle worker.
Oh, I don't want to overexpend Nicholas using their magic either.
Maybe there's another way.
What if there be citizens who at the very least can speak common and orcish? Or is that too rare? Dedicate someone to the task of translating.
Certainly there are some, the shaman speaks up, but far and few between. I would say roughly a third of the population. And there are a good amount that also speak Dwarven, but the common language among us is Goblin and Orcish.
I could use someone for my line of work.
Oh,
Actually,
you
I think
may
we
as
could
well.
all use one.
We could send for a translator from Cassell. Surely they have someone.
Oh, speaking of other towns, how did the negotiations go with Orzer?
Well, we may have to smooth things over with them.
What's that supposed to mean? What did you do?
Someone gave the impression that the ambassador was non-trustworthy, and unfortunately that led to Nicholas upsetting them, but mostly them for telling them their face was ugly. I'll give you 3 guesses as to who it was.
The glass of water in Sandra's hand, she squeezes it really
I
hard.
give you
and
3
it
guesses
shatters in her
who
hand.
kicked it off.
Well, I'll tell you, the only thing better than a good first impression is a mended bad impression. So
Exactly.
Zach.
I knew how to talk to people. That's getting difficult.
Just we can smooth it over.
Zach,
I'm sure
Well.
they're interested in fixing things in
what's
this
the
situation.
one thing I told you to do? When I ran off, what's the one thing I told you not to do?
He wasn't the one who caused it.
He's the one heading up the negotiations. Could someone please clean up this glass?
You made the damn mess.
One of the handmaidens comes over and begins sweeping up the broken glass.
My hand bleeding.
Oh, of course.
Can I get something for this?
One of the handmaidens tosses you a towel.
Thank you.
Well, I also take partial responsibility.
Why?
I was
What did you
saying
do?
that- I tried to mind read her just in case if she was hiding something.
Why
Not
in the
best idea.
goddess's name would you do that?
I was paranoid. Okay.
Well,
at least we know that trust, and I guess I
who
wanted
else
some
was
sort of
involved
idea.
in this diplomatic incident?
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I was down at the barracks all
I know
damn day.
where you were. You're not in trouble. And I look back at Zach.
Yes.
No, I want you to say it.
It's more fun if you guess.
I'm guessing it's our new friend. Is he in the room, by the way?
They are elsewhere. Bit of a old time jest, though fool me to not have picked up on it. May have temporarily actually believed it. It's okay, we can repair this.
I want to hit you with a big stick. Just not in a violent way. Like,
that sounds very violent.
in a non-violent, like
Like I
a
said, he didn't even do
bonk
anything. He
almost,
wasn't the
like
one
a
responsible to
bonk
it.
stick.
I'm sure we can scrounge up one of those for you if you wanted it.
Just get me a club. Can somebody
You know-
get me a club, please?
Sure, I'll purposefully just jot that down. To be commissioned for Sandra the bonking stick.
Well, anyways, Dorthric, how did your iron go?
Oh, I found someone.
Nice. You go and talk to them in the morning?
I expected you to want to speak with them, so
Yeah.
I made contact.
Alright, say, Nicholas, you want to go on a little errand with me tomorrow?
Sure.
I'll let you know if I want that little ability of yours. Mind reading and whatnot.
Alright. Well, hopefully it'll prove to be helpful, unlike the last time I used it.
Also, say, Zach, might I borrow a bit of coin in case things require that?
Okay, so regarding that, yes. In fact, if for explicitly for projects relating to solving this dispute, as it were, you could borrow reasonable amounts of gold. If it's for basic supplies or constructing things, sure, just make sure to
I was thinking,
seek some approval if it's beyond an excessive amount,
Wait, that's an
I was
option?
thinking 100 gold for recruiting finances.
That sounds that's reasonable enough.
So
We
wait,
do need more people.
this was an option the whole time?
Yes,
The treasury
yes.
is
I just paid
a
for all of my...
resource we shouldn't tap into too much.
I just paid for all of my strategic service supplies out
How
of
much do you need
pocket.
reimbursed? Be honest now, we do have a mind reader.
5 platinum.
So what did you buy with that?
Training arrows. It pulls out the list.
I mean, okay.
Did you buy
Training arrows.
Wait, did you buy the blue paint?
Some paint.
Oh my gosh.
A map of the
And
region.
to some degree, though I wouldn't press on it offensively.
A
You could always
spyglass.
consider that we are the defense effort here.
To be
and
fair, I got a
we
really
can
good deal on the
simply-
spyglass. Legend has
how
it
much?
that
How much was? How much?
DM specifically, how much was the spyglass?
I'd say like with the 45 gold pieces probably.
I thought it was something like 50 or whatever. I don't.
No, it was
Yeah,
50 for the whole thing.
Oh, it was 50 for the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spyglass was like 45 golds.
I mean, I sure I'll have them. I'll have them pay you for that. Just if you need to commission anything or have some kind of thing funded, you can seek us for it. Just get some approval. I don't want to fund your little cannon project early in the war.
Well, no,
We
we're
don't
not.
have
No,
the
we're not
resources
doing the
for that.
cannon right now. But I do
Okay.
need to know where the hunting grounds are.
That you're free to go around with.
Also,
I swear I had something. Yes?
also one more thing. A couple of nights ago, someone snuck into my room and set up an amazing marble machine that shoved a pie in my face. Was that you, Zach?
No,
Who was it?
one of our exemplary new recruits.
I need them in my ranks. They're
Um,
clearly sneaky enough to break into my room.
Suppose you could make use of the mage,
Mage, yeah.
as fledgling as they were. You might have to have them pull double trainings, but should be one of.
Well, you had them today, right?
Yes,
Alright, I'll put them tomorrow.
sure. Just don't come complaining to me if you get pranked. You know how this works.
Oh, don't tell me you...
Where do you think the magic comes from? Funny. We are powered by funny. Sandra, please. It's so simple.
Pause, please.
You just channel the You just channel.
Just pause while I flip through my spell list here.
All right.
Oh boy.
You're channeled by powered by.
I got nothing I could actually throw at him.
Powered by funny hee hee.
Like, just a regular spell I can throw at him that is not powered by funny.
Funny. We have the funny cantrips. The funny backstabs. Not backstabs, but like, can't. Be sneaky. In the dumb, funny way.
You know there's normal spells for that, right?
Yes, but these are funnier.
Why do they have to be funny?
Why would you ask that?
Sandra, do you not like pie?
Not
He
particularly,
doesn't.
no.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I would
We're
have
getting in pranked all the time. That's a lot of pie.
But yes, you could. I'll see if we can see if you can mesh with them. Keep them safe. Keep them entertained. Let's see. Fundings, war efforts. Oh, we should probably get the not soldiers to work on building stuff for us. That's part of the budget. We'll be fine.
Have you thought about our offensive tactics?
Well, we train. I don't think we're in a set position to push anytime soon. It's just a little bit hectic.
Shaman.
Aye.
You said we were having trouble with the merchant routes?
A bit. With, the war going on, some places are a bit more dangerous than others. We typically have some guards patrolling some of the roads, particularly the boardwalk, southern boardwalk. Every so often, typically by Blood Run Valley and the Urquell Plains, there were some bandit issues. They frequently make their way into our lands and attempt to mug whatever caravans they can. They initially would plague the road between here and Steadfast.
So, Urkror is not disrupting our supply lines?
Well, certainly they would be stopping Medcon and Chaldrill, but if Orzur and Garcelle wanted to send us supplies, then certainly the Golden Path and the Boardwalk would both be open to.
I'm wondering if we could disrupt their supply lines.
If you think that we have enough troops for that.
Simple ambush tactics don't require a lot of troops.
Just be careful with that.
If we do it right, if we strike from the trees here, Somewhere along Woodside Walk, we have a better chance at disrupting their supply lines and
We have
giving them a
to-
logistical nightmare.
We ought to get in contact with the people that do this kind of thing for a living.
I used to do this.
Yeah, but are you local to here?
No, but you learn more than just how to shoot a lot of bears at the Sherthor hunting lodge. We didn't always hunt animals. Sometimes we
Alright,
went after
alright.
dangerous people. Going after our
Just,
cheese shipments.
Maybe try to get some of that scouting information in first before you plan anything too far.
Yes, the information network. Do we have homing pigeons?
What's a
Do
pigeon?
we?
Oh,
Avians,
Messenger
birds.
No. We don't typically have a lot of birds.
Okay. That makes
Probably
things a
try to
little bit
send for
harder.
them.
At the very least, we should get in contact with the local hunters.
See if they can scrounge up some birds. No, get information on the land. Yes.
They going on hunts anyways. They might as well double as scouts.
Yes. Yeah, requisition them if we can, just for that purpose. I vaguely recall something about balloons. You'd
Ooh,
said
I like that idea.
realistically, how difficult would that be for me to
How
fund?
difficult would it be for me to get a pair of scout balloons?
Well, he's hoping they can pilot them, but
Scout balloons?
Small airships.
You might want to speak with Orzer about that one. I don't think that there are any small airships anywhere that could be acquired easily. That would take most of our fund if we were to attempt that.
Okay. Make things a lot easier, but I get it.
Well, I'll have to follow up my lead tomorrow, and if anything bears fruit, I'll let everyone know.
so we can write up some messages to the allies, other non-hostile cities. Get some of them scouts out. Start some work on defenses at least.
Also, we should be asking for assistance from any allies we can.
Exactly.
We can try to make a requisition of paladins to come up from Dawnbreak, but I don't know who'd be available.
Have you considered Pyreburg or the Winter City?
Might be closer,
A lot
but
closer.
It'll take a while, but we'll see. Send out something.
you never know
Maybe-
how many paladins are looking to earn some glory.
Maybe, can't believe I'm fucking saying this. Maybe Edgeville, if you're feeling...
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Crazy.
working on.
They exist, but do they have anything?
Well, they have some. We have to get contact first, though.
Out of
If you
character,
send-
why the fuck did you bring up Edgeville if we're not gonna do anything with it?
I want to know more about it from your perspective.
Ugh. Okay, back in character. I've been
Mhm.
through Edgeville once. And
Oh,
I
yeah?
did not stay.
sounds like a fun place.
It is a cesspool of crime. It
But
is.
do they have hirelings?
It is so full of crime, they should honestly be embarrassed.
But do you think we could persuade them to attack let's
Well,
say,
For
There
enough
are,
money, yeah, you could.
Prominent
For enough
families
money,
we
you could get
in
them to do whatever
contact
you want.
with. There are
Hmm.
prominent
You can't-
families we can get contact with, but the problem is if we send any old scout out there, I fear they won't make it back, so we need to get someone who will properly make it back first.
If they scoot around the south side of the Midlast Forest, they might bear a bit better.
Maybe tack it onto your caravan raiding idea.
Of course, then they have cliffs to worry about.
Focus on the scouting first, training, and I guess drafting letters.
If anyone can interrupt the supply chain with Ulkarar, I imagine it's Edgeville.
I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
First
A huge
step,
army
I
distracted.
figure, is getting contact with someone in Medcon. It's a little shorter, so if we can nab somebody before the city's completely taken.
Oh, right. The evacuation. We should. Medcan is industrial. We should.
Medcan is the biggest industrial city in the country.
I want that disabled. We can't take it, but they shouldn't either.
I have been there. It's an awesome place.
I went to the forges, whatever craft supplies should be stolen or left broken before
Yeah.
they can get.
I see what you're saying. If they get a hold of Medcan as it is, they'll have the industrial capacity to wipe everyone off the map.
Anyway, we can kick the factory down.
Probably putting
Slow them
putting a lot
down a
of
bit.
responsibilities on our scouts at the moment. I think.
We don't think we can afford to take a straight offensive with them, so they're probably gonna take Medcon.
Whoa, where'd this come from?
What I've been
Oh
working
my
on.
lord. Let me just shift click my person onto my seat. Really? Eh.
Okay, where... You know how this goes. Where was the map made?
Incarnate. Where else would
Nice.
we make our maps?
I don't know,
Say the line, Steve.
Lol.
head down to the link below for Incarnate. Have you been working on this the whole time?
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome!
I got the war room over there. You guys were
Mapping
having
on the
different
fly.
layout.
I love it.
If you guys need anything more mapped, like this is the back hallway where all of the rooms are, and this is where the kitchen is. I can map out the rest of everything another day, but for now, the two important rooms that you have, the main table of this room was requisitioned for the war map. So
Let's get over there then. Come on.
Oh, we're going over there? Okay, I like put a bagel in my mouth and head over.
Yeah, just drag your food over because like it was lunch, but now it's also eating
Good.
while also considering the future.
It is the evening.
it was dinner.
It was dinner, but the grind must continue.
I have more tables and shit to put in this map, but
Yeah.
It's not
So
done.
we're pushing out to so on the priorities then training obviously, but also seeing if we can take from Medcan as soon as possible.
Also, disruption of enemy supply lines. That will definitely help us.
Yeah,
Of course, try to build better relations with the, oh, I don't remember that town we were talking to earlier.
Cassell, Orzur,
Yeah.
Chaldrill. Those are our options.
Send them a gift package and a heartfelt apology from Nick.
The Winter City, Pyreburg, Baxton's Stronghold.
Maybe we should reinforce the Medcan rescuers, as it were, with some other units. I mean, for something in what would it be?
Borosvik,
Scouts? Maybe some.
Lundfell.
It would be best to send into Medcan for a quick in and out.
Greervor. Hofsvagar. I just dropped a lot of names from a map you haven't seen yet.
Honk.